All right, hello everyone. Welcome to our Star School Monday coaching call. My name is Kroto, a 5-star executive here at Youngevity, and I'm so excited about these calls we do every single Monday. So our whole system here at Star School is plan, do, review. So what should have happened is you had a plan for the past 7 days, a strategy, and then you executed that strategy for the past 7 days. And then we're here today to go over what went good, what didn't go so good, and what can we do to fix it this upcoming week. So we're coming up with a new plan for this week. We're making some adjustments to the plan, possibly. And then we're going to execute it. We're going to do it for 7 days. And then next Monday at this exact same time, we're going to get back on here to review. We're going to talk about what went good, what didn't go so good, and what are we going to do to fix it. And really, that's how anything in life is achieved. That's how success in anything is achieved. You got to start out with some sort of a plan. You got to do it to see if it works or not, or what parts of it work. And then we see, okay, this I got stuck on this or that or that or that. So what went wrong? And then we're going to fix it, come up with fixes on how to fix that. So that is the plan. That's what we're going to do here. So let's start off with going around and hearing from people what went good this past 7 days. Don't all speak at once. Someone's got something good going on.
Hi, Paul. This is Debbie.
Hello, Debbie.
Hey, I'm at work, so I might have to jump off here in a minute. But I just wanted to say I finally got brave enough to do some of the follow-ups that I just wasn't sure how to handle, and had some really good results, set up 2 appointments out of them. So I'm extremely happy with that.
Super. What is in the follow-up? So is it kind of a fear you had of following up, or tell me about your follow-up?
Well, yeah, I wasn't sure how to approach them, and the one person has been, it's my accountant, and I know he's very busy, and so I texted him. I told him that I wanted to see how he liked, check up to see how he liked the pollen burst, because he did buy some of that for tax season.
Okay.
And asked, he had mentioned something about after tax season, he might be interested in being a part of the company. So I included that in the text. I felt braver that way instead of just talking to him on the phone. And he replied back, said he was on vacation and would, for me to get in touch with him Tuesday, which will be tomorrow.
Awesome, awesome. So has he listened to Dead Doctors Don't Lie yet?
I sent him a copy of the, because his son is an athlete, he plays baseball, so I'd sent him a link of Dead Athletes Don't Lie at the beginning of tax season. And then last week I sent him a copy of the Doc Wallach's documentary. Oh,
good, 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 good.
Yeah.
Okay, so my rule, and I'm just speaking from what I do in my business, is I would never send a link to anybody to a documentary or recording or anything in the world unless I said, hey, if I send this to you, would you listen to it? Would you watch it? Whatever the situation is. And then they reply back, yeah, I would watch it or listen to it or whatever. And I would say, great, when it's, the Dead Doctors Don't Lie recording is an hour long, or the documentary is 40 minutes long, or whatever you're sharing with them is this long. When will you be able to get a chance to listen to it by or watch it by? And then he would come back and say, well, listen, I'm an accountant. I'm going into tax season. So I can't do anything until April 15th, or May 1st or whatever, after his vacation. So he would tell you that he's busy now, but and then after tax season ends, I take my family on a vacation. We get back around May 1st. Super. Is it okay if I check back with you on May 2nd to see what you like best about it? And of course, he's going to say, yes, by May 2nd, I can listen to it by, or watch it by. So make sure you go through those steps. Make sure you're setting a follow-up appointment. I don't care if the date is in 2020. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that I nail them down to a time I can get back with them before I even give them anything, before I share anything with them. Because what I found in my own business is that I was sharing things with people, and I was never setting a date when I should follow up with them. So then I'm sitting here in my office wondering, should I call him? Should I not call him? I don't want to bug him. Do I think he listened to it yet? He probably didn't listen to it yet. What if he's busy? You know, I mean, I just like a million thoughts are going through my head. And I just never did any follow-up. But now that we have an appointment that we both agreed on, well, now I don't feel bad calling him back on May 2nd at 4 o'clock because we both agreed on that was the time we were going to connect. So my follow-up has gone up 1,000%. I've been 1,000% more successful because I've got a specific follow-up date set before I even share anything with them. I hope that was helpful. Okay, great. Well, that was a great thing that she, you know, got that done and made that connection. Anybody else have anything good that happened this week to them?
I did. This is Vicky. I finally got started with Star School. I uploaded the book and printed all that stuff out like in October or November. So I'm finally got started this week. I did qualify for Team Challenge.
All right, now that's a huge deal.
So that was good. And I did get, it didn't come yet. I just qualified.
Oh, the t-shirt's awesome.
Yes. And then I did get 2 new customers this week.
Fantastic. Now, how'd you do that?
I've been talking to them, and actually the one girl, I just said, I'm in this contest and I need your help. So she bought some coffee. So that was cool.
Hey, that works. I need some help.
Yeah. So.
That's great. You bought some coffee. Super.
Yes.
Coffee's amazing. I love our coffee.
I know. I just said I was going to get a cup. Yesterday, we just tried it with the hot chocolate in the coffee. It was delicious.
Hey, that's the best kept secret in Youngevity. You put a little hot chocolate in your coffee and you get chocolate coffee.
Mocha. It was good.
Coffee.
Yes. And my husband is sitting here listening with me.
Oh, wonderful. What's his name?
He's John.
John, nice to meet you, John.
Here he is, Paul, somewhere.
How are you?
Great. You got an amazing wife.
I know I do.
I know I do. I asked her to marry me. Super. That is absolutely fantastic. Congratulations again on qualifying for Team Challenge. Who else has got something good this week? Thank you for sharing.
Hey, Paul, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, this is Reggie. How you doing?
Hey, Reggie. Good. How you doing?
Good. Great. Yes. I'm going to talk about Team Challenge as well. Our team is running for first place. We are close to getting to first place. We got 2 more days to make that happen. Team captains qualified and received her T-shirt, and also won in a drawing a Hemp FX bundle. So that was definitely a win for us this past week.
That is awesome. Congratulations. Now, are you the team captain or who's the team captain?
Eloise, my wife.
Oh, wonderful. Perfect. Well, congratulations on that. That is absolutely outstanding.
Great. Thanks, Scott.
Now, how have you guys been qualifying? What's working for you guys?
Well, a combination of things. Most of them have been preferred customers, to be perfectly frank with you, and they're buying product for different health issues, like bone and joint issues and things like that. A couple of times, there were times when we were going to give a gift to someone. A nephew had a newborn, and we actually gifted them some Youngevity stuff. So that added to our numbers, but a combination of different things, different ways.
Good. Well, it's always looking for a problem and providing a solution. So I'm actually going to be doing a Facebook Live and a podcast on this. But when I was a little kid, I loved to stay at my grandparents' house. It was like a vacation for me to go to my grandparents' house, and because they let me stay up late. And my grandfather would always watch the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. So I was watching the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. You know, it's like 11:30 or midnight. You know, and I get to stay up late. And I don't even remember how old I was, but I was young. And but I remember this like it was yesterday. So Johnny Carson has the greatest salesman in the world on his show. I don't even know what the guy's name is, but he said he was the greatest salesman in the whole world. And Johnny Carson said to him, hey, if you think you're so good at selling, sell me something. So the guy turned to Johnny and said, well, what would you like me to sell you? And Johnny goes, sell me this ashtray. Now, back then, people would actually smoke on TV during the Tonight Show. I mean, it's hard to believe that, but so the guy goes, well, why would you want to buy? So he asked Johnny, why would you want to buy this ashtray? Well, it's nice. You know, a lot of my guests smoke. It matches my desk. And Johnny went on with all these reasons why he'd want to buy this ashtray. And the salesman said to him, okay, great. Well, what would you be willing to spend on something like that? And Johnny goes, I don't know. I think that thing's worth about $20. So the guy goes, okay, great. Sold. I'll sell it to you for $20. So that's up.
So it's to himself.
What the guy was doing was he was looking for a need. Well, what do you want? What do you need? I want an ashtray. Okay, well, why would you want that? And it was the whole thing. And another guest that I remember like it was yesterday was that oil guy. Man, I can't think of his name now. He ran for president. The oil guy. Who am I thinking of? Someone think of it. If someone could read my mind, just chime in anytime here. Anyways, he said, they asked him how he made all of his billions of dollars. And he said, I sold umbrellas when it was raining outside.
Ross.
Yeah, Ross Perot, that's it.
Yeah,
now, we know Ross Perot didn't sell any umbrellas. He was saying, I found a problem. It's raining out. People getting wet. Sold umbrellas.
Yes.
So keep that in your mind. People got a problem. You got a solution. Now, what I'm coming at from my business is that I believe the biggest problem in the world is the mineral deficiencies out there. The soil does not contain any minerals. This is the whole Dead Doctors Don't Lie message. Okay, Dr. Linus Pauling, I don't know if you've seen my Facebook post, but I had this little Facebook thing up there, and I want to pull it up so I don't misquote him. So give me just 1 second to go back onto Facebook here. And I went to my page, so I can even screen share this with you here. Dr. Linus Pauling said you can trace every sickness, every disease, and every ailment to a mineral deficiency. I believe that 1,000%, and that's really Dr. Wallach's whole message. So like just this morning, so I qualified for Team Challenge. Obviously, I have my t-shirt. And I got my 12th enrollment this month, which is very, very high for me. I usually only get like 3 or 4. So you're probably asking, well, Paul, what are you doing different this month? Well, I decided to take the month of April and just talk about minerals. I'm going to do one thing this month as an experiment. So I just focused on minerals. I got my 12th enrollment today. To this morning, so last week I met a woman on Facebook, and we were chatting through Messenger. And she was talking to me about some health problems she was having with her and her kids and things are having problems in school. So I said, hey, there's this recording I listened to. It was absolutely amazing. It was the best recording I've ever heard in my life. It was called Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If I share a copy of this with you, would you listen to it? And she said, yeah, I would love to listen to it. I'm like, great. Well, it's like an hour long. When we'll be able to listen to it by? And she said, well, I can listen to it over the weekend. I said, great. It would be okay if I call you back on Monday to see what you like best about it. And she said, yeah, absolutely. Call me Monday. So we scheduled a call for 10 o'clock, which was 2 hours ago. And I called her back. I said, hey, Sue, how's it going? Actually, yeah. I said, hi, Sue, how's it going? Did you get a chance to listen to the recording over the weekend? She said, yeah, I did. It was amazing. I loved it. So we chatted about it, what she liked best about it. She mentioned a couple of things. We started talking about her kids again and her husband and stuff and herself. She's trying to lose some weight. And I said, well, the best way for you to get started as a family is to get the minerals in your body. The best weight loss supplement in the world is the minerals, because if you have any cravings, it's because you're mineral deficient. If you have any hunger, it's because your body's doing a scan and saying, go find these minerals. I don't have them. So she bought a bottle of regular minerals for herself. She didn't really care about the taste. It doesn't bother her. She said her husband would not like plain minerals. So we got him the Cherry Mints. So I got her a bottle of regular minerals, her husband a bottle of Cherry Mints, and her 3 kids, she got a bottle of kiwi strawberry minerals each. So the whole bill with shipping and everything came to like $135. Now I really, wish she would buy at least 2 bottles of minerals for herself because one's not enough. I don't think. Her husband also would need 2 bottles, but she couldn't afford it. Now, does she need all 90? Yes. Does her husband need all 90? Yes. Do her kids need all 90? Yes. But her bill would have been $1,000, and she just can't afford that. So for $135, which is actually more than she wanted to spend anyways, at least each member of her family could get 1 ounce of minerals a day. And let me tell you, that is an amazing starting point. As a matter of fact, I'm convinced from doing this for 25 years that you can fix 80% of all problems just with that. Now, I take 2 or 3 ounces a day. I feel like my body burns through them really, really fast. But
What you say was wrong?
you got to meet people where they're at and what they can afford. And if everyone could just mute themselves out if you're not talking, what they can afford and, what they believe in right now. So they're going to well, let me try 1 bottle to see if I see a difference. If I see any difference at all, you know what? She might come back and she might find some more money next month to buy 2 bottles or buy all 90 or something. But, I was able to get her in on that. And that's been my success all month. And why I've had such an amazing April is because I've put renewed focus on the basics, whenever your business is not going the way you want it to, you wish it could be better. I always recommend going back to the core, going back to the basics. Are you doing the basic thing right? If you're trying to become a professional basketball player and you're struggling, what do? They got to go dribble, they got to shoot the basketball, and they got to pass the basketball. There's 3 things you got to be good at. Okay, so get good at dribbling, get good at passing, get good at shooting. Odds are you're going to win some games here. So get back.
Can I share a story about minerals?
Yeah, absolutely. I love it.
Since you were teaching us about them last week, and a lot of it is just new to me. I've mostly been learning about the Healthy Body Start Packs and your new approach. So I was at my accountant's office, and the secretary kind of yells out, "Oh, my tooth broke." And so I'm sitting there sort of seeing somebody I can help. And so I went out there and I just had a card and I said, you might be mineral deficient, just saying, not being pushy, just in case you want to, talk about it sometime, here's my card. Well, she ended up buying a bottle of minerals right then and there, along with something else. And it was only because we had talked about it that I really was able to see the connection and how important that is. And so, just took your training last week, applied it last week, and got a new customer. So, and
that is so awesome. Now, how did you get her? Did you just have that bottle of minerals in your purse, or where you have it?
I'm not to that point yet where I carry it with me, but no, I just had a card. And so I just sat there and said, well, I can put an order in for you. She wrote me a blank check and said, I trust you. And so I came home and put it through, and she said, just send me the total. And she bought some of the rose geranium oil to rollerball and she named about 3 conditions, from energy to brittle hair to all kinds of different things. Then she kept saying, can you help me with that? Can you help me with that? So I'm trying not to jump all over it huge, just kind of slowly, get her, because I think the minerals might do a lot. So I kind of want to see what happens after the minerals. And I did send her a health evaluation system that said this would be, the best way to start approaching it, so we can get a full picture, since you have different things going on, but she has not done that yet. So
that's totally fine. And some people take a while to do that. But when they do that, it reinforces in their mind that, oh my gosh, I really do need these minerals. I probably need a lot more than this, but at least start with that, the very minimum.
Right.
But that's a fantastic story. I actually switched my auto ship at the beginning of April to, I got a case of regular minerals, a case of cherry mints, and a case of kiwi strawberry. So I had 12 bottles on my auto ship. I had some other things too, but I wanted to get a case of each just so I could have them in stock here at my office. You can't really see it, but I got a pretty good supply of different Youngevity products behind me here. And I burned through all of them. It's just amazing when you have them on hand, how much more you sell them, because I gave, they would buy a bottle or 2, I'd give it to them, and then I'd order it, but I'd use my shipping address, so it comes back to me, and I can replace my inventory. But I set up their auto ship in 30 days to go to them. So you can change the shipping. The first shipping address can be yours, and the auto ship shipping address can be theirs. So to get it back, but boy, if you can have, like, I love to have 4 bottles of each on hand. I recommend that enough to everybody as a technique, just because you got them on your shelf. You're just like, hey, I'm in business. I mean, how many businesses do you know that don't have any inventory on hand? I mean, people, when you talk to them, they want it now. And I love to give a little sample. You know, I pour a little half-ounce shot of the cherry mints to somebody. I let them try it. And 1,000% of the time, I got the bottle right there. Hey, it's $25. And they just say, open their wallet, boom, boom, hand it over. And they're like, I'm taking it with me. You know,
right,
so.
Right. Does one bottle do 1 ounce a day? I had a couple questions.
Yeah, I'd say it's a 32-ounce bottle, so it's actually a little more than that.
Okay, so they can't do, all right, because the bottle, I think, says 1 to 3 ounces a day. So is that the 1 bottle per 100 pounds again, like the other?
So that's Dr. Walt's recommendation is a bottle per 100 pounds, but, you know, it's just always working with people's budget and knowing that, people can only afford so much. So, you know, we would love for they're 150, 200, 160, whatever their weight is, you should have 2 bottles for sure. And I can tell you that if you take at least an ounce every 12 hours, it's going to make a world of difference in how you feel.
Wow.
So 2 bottles, I'd love people to get on 2 bottles, but if they're like, no, I'm only going to pay the $25 or whatever it is, to get the 1 bottle. To me, then that is what it is. And they always, 100% of the time, feel the results.
Okay, and the ultimate mineral capsules, that's not as good. Are they as good? Because that's what I had been on.
Yeah, it comes from the same mineral source. They're just as good. You got to take 2 capsules to get 1 ounce of liquid minerals, though.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. Okay.
Well, that's why there's 60 in there, so that you can have 2.
And they're absorbed as well?
Absolutely. It's the exact same mineral source.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but it takes 2 capsules to equal 1 ounce of the minerals. That's the only difference. If you were to pin me down and say what gets absorbed better, I'm always going to use liquid as being better, just because it's liquid and it just gets into your bloodstream faster. Not that there's any absorption problem at all with the capsules, because it may not get in your system as quickly. The minerals get in instantaneously because they are liquid, but I'm just splitting hairs here. Maybe that the capsules would take 2 minutes instead of 1 minute, something crazy like that. So, but the caps are the exact same ingredients as the liquid.
Hi, Paul.
Hello.
This is Debbie Voris. How you doing?
Outstanding. How are you doing today, Debbie?
Oh, just fine. I just finished my run. But anyways, I have a question for you. I also want to say that because you shared the minerals last week, I did a 30-second commercial, and then someone came up to me and said, I want to talk more about it. So it did branch into a conversation. So thank you.
Can I see that commercial?
Actually, it was not something recorded. It was just something I did in a networking group.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We'll record that. Get it out there.
Okay. Anyways, I have somebody that wants to be a distributor, but she's been dragging her feet here and there. She's really concerned about, I kind of switched it on you, about making money with any type of, network marketing type thing. And she was interested in hemp effects. And now she's talking about, looking at trying to get customer base. She's trying to get her customer base before be part of Youngevity. And I just have qualms with that, because you never know what people are going to do. Do you have any suggestions?
Okay, say that again. She wants to get her customer base before she joins. What was that?
Yeah, she wants to get a customer base. So she said she's looking for a customer base for hemp effects. She knows some people doing keto, and then this one guy is looking for branch amino acids and L-glutamine for recovery. So there's a lot of, it's kind of like she's kind of like, before even joining, she's like branching out and doing a whole bunch of things, but I can't seem to, nail her down that, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. You just don't know.
What is she taking right now?
What?
What is she taking right now?
Well, she actually bought something for her father, which is hemp defect soothe.
So she has not used anything.
No.
Yeah. So that's the problem. You know, you got to say, listen, look, before we even build a business, and if you want to start building your business in 3 years, that's fine. But what we need to do today is get you on some products to get you healthy. You know,
Exactly.
so it's again, I share the Dead Doctors Online message with people. I say, if I give this to you, would you listen to it? If she says no, then it's no. But I've never had anyone in 25 years say no to me. So at this point, I would say, if I send this to you, would you listen to it? She says, yes, great. Have her listen to that. Get her on the most basic thing in the world for $22 is a bottle of minerals. Have her get some results. The reason why I do this from 5 a.m. till 5 p.m. every day is because I believe in this, not 100%, 1,000%. So you can't sell anything to anybody unless you believe it in your heart. Like, this isn't just me trying to be some kind of salesman where you need this juice in this bottle. You know, this is me coming from, I went to the mineral mine myself 5 times, researched this whole thing, got a master's degree in nutrition. I'm telling everybody, you got to have these minerals. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Every single thing. I'm looking outside now because my office is facing the front of my house here. So I have my lawn guy. He's got one of those spreader thingies. So he puts the minerals in the spreader thingy. There's probably a better word for it than that. And he wheels it over my lawn. My lawn is 10 times greener than anyone on the street because I buy that blooming mineral bag. It's 40 pounds. It's in your back office. You know, my lawn looks amazing. And the only difference between my lawn and everyone else's lawn is because I have minerals on my lawn and they don't. Everything's mineral deficient. All my plants get minerals in my house. My plants are amazing. You should see the pictures of these tomato plants and all these other things that not only I grow, but everyone in Youngevity grows. They are 10 times better than anybody else's because there's actual minerals now in the soil. You know, my dogs get minerals. Marilyn feeds it to her horses. You know, every single living thing on this planet has to have minerals. Bottom line, you know. There's other things that are important too, but if you were to say what's the most important thing, I would say oxygen, water, and minerals. You know, it's very difficult to live more than 4 or 5 minutes without oxygen. Water is pretty important, but minerals is right there with it all, with those 2 things. Gotta have those.
I agree with you because it doesn't make sense for her to do this business unless she believes in the products.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, people tell me all the time, oh, Paul, you should sell this or that or that. Like, you know, you were to call me today and say, Paul, you should sell, you know, cable TV subscriptions. I don't even use that. Like, how am I going to sell something I don't even use myself? You know, it's got to come from the heart. You got something you really believe in. So I hope everybody on this call is using the minerals and adding an extra shot or 2 in a day. And you'll see, I promise you, if you don't, I'll buy them back from you. And the company will buy them back from you. But I'm telling you, this is the best thing you can do for someone at the lowest entry price. So they can believe not only in you, but also in the products. And then everyone comes back and says, what else you got, Paul? And then I'm take people from $20 to $200. I get them to be a distributor and all that stuff. But it's got to start with some kind of starting point that you're focused on.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Anybody got any other problems? We're going to talk about, you know, wins, losses, and then I can work on fixes here. What I don't want to do is end this call without you knowing, okay, this is, and hopefully everyone filled out the weekly review. So it's mysundayreview.com. It's a new link.
It's 12:30.
So you go there, you fill out the form, and you got to ask yourself. And then this could be on a separate sheet of paper, can be on whatever. Just list what went good last week, what didn't go so good, what I had a problem with, and what am I going to do over the next 7 days to fix that, to maybe a real mental conscious effort to, well, I didn't add any names to my list. Maybe you don't even have a list. You know what would be a great start? To get out a pad of paper and put it in front of you, and put on the top of it, my prospect list. And then become really, you know, geez, I'm having a real problem with words today. I need more essential fatty acids is what I need today. Become more very intentional about adding 2 names a day to that list. That's something that I got in the habit of. And once a habit's set, it's just something I do. I always add names to my list. I got this long list. I actually have so many people that want to talk to me, but I don't have time to even call them or get back to them because I've just been so intentional about this list. And it doesn't matter how busy I am. I always add more names to it, which seems like, Paul, why would you keep adding names to it if you can't even take care of the people you got on the list already? It's because it's a habit I'm into, and I believe in adding a name or two every single day to that list, keeping it growing organic. Once you got that, you got to invite people. So maybe you didn't do any inviting last week, So invite people. Hey, is there any chance we can get together on the phone this week? Is there any chance we can get together for coffee this week? That's the only text message I send to people. Hey, is there any chance we can get together and connect on the phone this week? That's it. That's my whole invite script. And when I get to meet them, and I'm seriously focused on them. I don't say anything. I just say, hey, I'd love to hear your story. Everyone's got a story. Love to hear your story. Tell me your story. They tell me, they tell me the story, and then I say, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. Somehow they either got a health problem, or they got a money problem, or some kind of problem that I can fix. And I just share with them a tool. Most of the time it's Dead Doctors Don't Lie, but sometimes it's the plan or one of the other recordings that we have here. And then I set up a follow-up. I follow up with them, and I say, hey, on a scale from 0 to 10, 0 being you never want to hear from me again, 10 being you're ready to join right now, where are you at? They're like, I'm at a 6. Super. What do I need to do to get you from a 6 to an 8? And they tell me, well, I don't understand this. I don't understand that. And then, what I've been sharing a lot of, because some people don't really understand the minerals or where they come from or why they're necessary. There's a 5-minute video that we have called Mineral Mind. It's a Mineral Mind video. If you, I'll post that someplace so you can find it easily. I'll get out a text off you. Actually, I texted to you last week. You should have all got that on my text list. But it's a 5-minute video. It's unbelievable. Does everybody watch that? Just kind of just type it in comment on the, good. Okay. Super. That's it. That's my whole thing. Rod had a question. Rod.
Yes. Do you use the same approach for building business as you do getting customers? Because this approach is good for getting customers, but this is the same approach you use for business building also?
So if let's just say, Rod, you're a business builder. I meet you and you're a leader, you're a guy, pick up on that. We have a conversation over the phone or some cup of coffee together. And I say, Rod, listen, you seem like a business guy to me. You're interested in making some extra money. Let me tell you my story. I've made millions of dollars off of sharing one recording. It's called Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If I send you a link to that recording, would you listen to it? I think when you hear it, you'll see why people are so interested in this and why I've made so much money with it. So I use the same tool, but I explain it differently to that person, because it's not only the greatest health tool of all time to get customers, it's also made more people millionaires than all the other recordings combined. But the other recording I use also is Brilliant Compensation. I've used that for 25 years. There's a link called createtrueleverage.com. So I can type that in the messenger here. So it's HTTP. It's createtrueleverage.com. Let me make sure. Oops, I set that to someone else. Sorry about that. Oh, I don't know why that link's not working. I'll get it to you. That is the link, though. For some reason it came up. Maybe I spelled it wrong or something. Create True Leverage. I'll fix that. I'll send it out to everybody too. But that's the other video I use.
Right here. Can I take this?
Yep, go ahead. Who's that?
Hey, Paul, this is Rebecca Kozak in Washington. It sounded like they're doing something else, but I have a couple comments.
I love your picture, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Does that really look like you?
Well, kind of, yeah. The color there is a little darker than mine, but.
Okay. I love it. I need to get one of those. Everyone's got one of these avatars but me, so I need to get one that's like a flat top guy with a,
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. They're fun. So I do a lot of attraction marketing with the newsletter and stuff. And I shared my testimony. And I think I've got 15 brand new customers this month.
Wow.
And it was shared like on the 1st of April.
What is your testimony? What's it on?
So my testimony is started as I was a little kid. I thought pain was normal. I just always hurt. Then when I was 30, I had fallen and broken my back. They sent me to the university, to a neurologist, after an MRI. The neurologist walked in, walked back out. And when he came back in, he said, "I'm sorry, but I thought I was coming in to see somebody 65, 70 years old in very poor health, not a fit 30-year-old female." He said, "You have bone and joint disease, head to toe, bone spurs, arthritis. What are you taking for pain?" "Well, I'm allergic to everything narcotic." So I had already gotten into herbalism and was using plant-based medicine, but I hadn't found the right fix. So to find out exactly, you know, what was causing all my pain and that there really was a reason was pretty huge for me. Now, 18 years later, well, 3 years ago, I was in a car accident, got 5 herniated discs. None of their therapies, none of the doctors, nothing helped to relieve any of the pain, the numbness, tingling, until I found Doc Wallach.
Wow.
And within 3 months, I was pain-free, no more migraines. It was amazing.
Now, what were you taking?
I started out with the Pig Pack Plus and then converted into the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack.
Super.
Dextroglucogel. And, you know, it seemed so easy that I didn't think it would work, but I'm like, this is easy, why not give it a shot type thing. And then I found out that there was a business attached to it, and I'm like, yeah, that's a given. Absolutely. But my question is, and I've been using the health evaluation system. Am I talking too fast?
No.
I'm pretty excited. So I have the health evaluation system link in my signature of all my emails. So anything that I send out, they're getting that link. I have people I have never, that I know of, names that I've never spoken with, filling out this health evaluation form. Mm-hmm. And my question is, how fast, not that I have time to get everybody as soon as their health evaluation email notification comes up, but how quickly do you get back to them on that?
So it's that's a really weird or different kind of situation you're in, because you got people taking it that you never even invited to take it. So yeah, obviously the answer is as quickly as humanly possible. I mean, I don't, you know, no matter what's going on, if I had an email come in from someone who just took a health evaluation, I didn't know where it came from, I'd be on the phone that second, if, you know, or, you know, whenever your first available moment is. I mean, it's got to be, because as the clock ticks on someone like that, they get colder and colder and colder. Because they're, you know, when they're most interested is right this second. So as close to, you know, in the first 24 hours at least, get back to them and just say, hey, I don't even know who you are, but I want to introduce myself. My name is Rebecca, and saw you took the health evaluation. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Love to get to meet you, hear your story. And that's how the whole thing starts. So, you know, it reminds me, because, you know, back in the day, I was handing out these audio tapes with people. And the audio tape always had my name, Paul Kroto, my phone number on it. Every single tape I gave out. I gave out tens of thousands of tapes, hundreds of thousands of tapes. So, and I would get calls from people, and it was never well, I shouldn't say never. A lot of the times, it wasn't even the person I mailed it to. It was a friend gave it a friend who gave it to a friend, or they, you know, one guy was actually selling. So I mail him a tape. He sells it at a garage sale for like 50 cents to somebody, because the person thought, oh, that's an interesting title. Can I buy this tape? And they're like, yeah, it's 50 cents. So the guy buys the tape, listens to it, calls me, tells me the story. I'm like, well, how'd you get the tape? He's like, I bought it at a garage sale. I'm like, what? You know, he turned to be one of my, not only my best customers, one of my best business builders. That's his story. He bought but thank God I put my name and you know, and phone number on every tape, because it always got back to me. So yeah, when you get that out there, get that link out there, hey, you know, click here to take a free health evaluation, or click here to hear the most important health lecture of all time. You know, whatever you want to put as an email signature there. Who knows? You know, you might send an, you know, to whoever it gets passed on or carbon copied or whatever. So yeah, it's just getting the message out there, sharing the message is just got to be something that you are doing all the time.
Well, and I have a plug for the health evaluation system. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. All the information that's included there. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now, what do you like best about it? Or how are you using it?
So what I have my hyperlink set for is to the page that shows Doc Wallach's story, and then right under the video, it has take the health evaluation. So people are able to see Doc, see what's behind these products, and then take the health evaluation and find out what's appropriate for them.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, they can click on buy now and shop and everything. So fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Rebecca, and congratulations on all your success. And you're awesome.
Thank you. So are you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who else has got a question, problem that I can fix?
This is Vicky again.
Oop, you froze, Vicky. I don't know, did Becky freeze for everybody? Anybody else got anything they want to? There's Deb. Hello, Deb. Great. Anything else someone wants me to go over before we call it a day here?
I've got a question.
Okay.
Paul, what are some motivators? I'm finding that I'm a little stagnant in my bravery to share the plan, and I'm trying to overcome that within myself. I don't, and I review my dreams and my purpose, but I think what's holding me back is I've been doing a lot of legwork, but I'm not seeing the results. I've seen it when I was on Team Challenge in October, but since then I've been dragging my feet a little bit, and I am open to any tips you have on how I can kind of get more back on track. And
well, what I ask people,
I know in my heart that Youngevity can produce the financial security I'm looking for in the long term. I'm having a hard time getting the short term results. I'm needing to overcome those obstacles.
Okay. So, everyone knows the story behind Roger Bannister, so there's this 4-minute mile goal that people want to run, a mile in 4 minutes, under 4 minutes. Everyone said it was impossible. So the belief level was 0. There's no way it can be done. So when there's no belief, it never happened. But the second Roger Bannister ran the mile in under 4 minutes, 35 people like the next week did it. Now, did they all of a sudden take some, miracle supplement or something that made them run faster? No, their belief changed. So what I look at people and I say, where's your belief in, number one, network marketing? Now we've seen the Sheryl Morleys, the Tom Chenot's, the Paul Krotos, and I can go on and on, Louis Arias, I can go on and on $1 million earners. And there's more millionaires in this industry than any other industry out there. There's more, and we just had the women's conference this past weekend. There's more women, 82% of all women who make 100,000 or more do it in this industry. So the numbers are staggering. If you want to make a great income, there's no industry in the world that can match network marketing. There's not even a second place. Unless you can sing like some person on American Idol or sell 1 billion albums or something. That's it. That's all you got. You either can sing or you can do network marketing. That's your 2 chances in life. So this is really viable. So first of all, you got to believe in network marketing. Again, createtrueleverage.com. I'll fix the link. I don't know what's wrong with it. But I watched that, and all of a sudden I got a belief in the industry. I met some people who are real successful, and it's kind of like gravity. If you drop a brick off your roof today, I'm telling you it's going to hit the ground. I believe in gravity. It's like a law. So I believe in network marketing. This really works. There's no question, does it work? Well, yeah, it works because thousands upon thousands of people are making, I think network marketing paid out $200 million or $1 billion, some crazy number over the past year alone. So it absolutely works. So you ask yourself that question. The next thing you got to ask yourself is, do you believe in Youngevity? Do you believe in these products? Do you believe in Dr. Wallach's message? And to what degree? So we all have, belief levels between 1 and 10. And, it's just my belief level in especially the minerals. If you were to say, Paul, what do you believe in most in life? I would say it's the minerals. If you pin me down to one thing that I believe in the most, do I believe you need a 90? Absolutely. But do I believe anyone can afford the minerals? Yes. Do you believe anyone can afford $140 a month for the Healthy Body Pack? I don't know. That I can understand for some people, that's a stretch because they don't even pay for their, electric or their direct TV bill or cable bill or whatever for that much money. So I don't know. Everyone's different and depends obviously on their income level. I think spending $1,000 a month on your health is totally worth it, but that's just a lot of money. So I have that point of view. Most people are not me, and I realize that they have a tough time justifying $25 a month on that. So you got to meet people where they are. I believe in having people come in easily and then building them up, building their belief system up. And then the next thing is belief in yourself, which is a topic that Sheryl and I are the most passionate about, is because when we talk to people and we try to find out what is the root issue, why are people not as successful as they want to be? It's really the belief in themselves most of the time. And I think that the most lacking thing in this country is not minerals, it's lack of self-confidence. They don't have the confidence that I can do this. And they have these stories that people tell themselves. I'm too tall, I'm too short, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too fat, I'm too thin. You get all the stories in the world people tell themselves, and all of it's not true. So I don't know what's going on in your mind or what's happening, but it's really doing some self-reflection and saying, what is holding me back? What is my roadblock? And I hope you can kind of put yourself in my shoes for a second, if you can try to, and say, man, this guy, Paul, really believes in doc. He really believes in the minerals. Because when I look someone in the eye, I can tell them, you have to have this. This is like no ifs, ands, or buts. You got to have this. There's just a big belief in myself, and I believe in myself. I think a lot of it's to do with being in the Marines and the things they do to you there. I'm excited this summer. I'm coming down to Dallas. Come to see you, Marilyn. On July 11th, I'm going to do the fire walk with Tony Robbins. Why would I walk across fire? That sounds stupid. Well, because if I can walk across fire, I can pretty much do anything else in the world, right? So I believe in myself more by walking across fire. So I want to get my belief system up to an astronomical level. And that's what Tony Robbins does to people. He says, walk across fire. Because I guarantee once you do this, everything else in life is going to seem really, really simple. I don't care what it is. So that's why he has people do it. So it's saying that I am indestructible. I can do anything, and I have these great thoughts in my mind all the time. I have this great belief system in myself. I have this great belief system in the products. I have this great belief system in network marketing. And I really feel like that's the reason why I'm so successful, why Sheryl's so successful, is because you ask her, do you really need these minerals, or do you really need these supplements, or do you really believe in doc, or do you really believe in network marketing? She's like, oh, let me show you my backyard. Okay, I got a $500,000 pool back there. My house is amazing. I got everything in the world that I could possibly want. I run a business that does $10 million a month in sales. It's just crazy. Obviously she believes it because she can see it. But she's, she'll be the first person to tell you that she's not anyone that's super special. Like, is she some kind of mega superstar, or, has unbelievable abilities to hypnotize people? No, she just comes from the heart. She worked at Taco Bell. She came from, Idaho on the farm. No one extremely special. She just got with Doc, really believed in this, and started sharing the message with people. And it really becomes a numbers game. Keep in mind that we talk to a lot of people. I talked about my last call. You got to talk to at least share the message with 5 people a week to get one. There's going to be some kind of closing rate there. Maybe you sign up 20% of the people that you share the message with actually buy. Now, as you get better and more convincing with people and more influence, you may get 2 out of 5 or 3 out of 5. Sheryl and I can probably get 5 out of 5. Now we're sharing the same message, the same minerals, the same products, the same everything. So it's not like we're sharing something different than you are. It's just how we're sharing it and the conviction we have and the belief we have in what we're sharing that is the difference. So it's really asking yourself, what do I believe in? What don't I believe in, and how can we fix that? So that's what we want to help you with. If you're like, Paul, really, I think it's a lack of confidence in myself, or it's a lack of confidence in the company or the products or doc or something you may be lacking belief in or not having a belief level of 10 of, that we need to address that.
Thank you.
So think about that and let me know, because we could do a private coaching call and talk about that, you know, or in a group, whatever. But the idea is to dig deeper underneath and peel the onion back and try to figure out what the root cause is. All right, I know we've gone almost an hour here. This is way more than I wanted to, but it's been awesome spending time with all of you. I would stay on all day. It doesn't matter to me. I respect your time. You can jump off anytime you want. Obviously, the recording is going to be available to all of you. But if there's anybody else that, you know, wants to ask has another problem that they want solved, question, comment, yeah.
Oh, it's Nancy. I have a question that has come up to me, and different ones that I can see are looking for. Do you know where we can find, outside of the whole thing, the hour-long thing with Dr. Wall and
You're breaking up, Nancy.
Is there a place where we can, like a tribe of just healthy bodies? And I'm in South Carolina, and I'm not sure I got a very good connection. Is there a place where we can? I think I'm still breaking up on you.
Yeah, maybe you could type it in the comments, and I'll answer it in there.
Okay, thanks.
Is there a place something, and I don't know what you were speaking of. Anybody else can make that out. They can type it in there or speak it or something. So type it in there, Nancy. And anybody else have anything that they want to cover?
Paul, when is the next Dr. Live event?
Good question. I haven't gone to the website over the weekend. I know you did a couple last week, I think. So you just got to keep on checking that website.
What's the link?
Who's got the link? Is it Dr. Wallach on Doc Wallach on call?
Okay.
I'll find it and send it to you. Maybe someone knows it.
Yeah, that's it, Paul. DocWallachOnCall.com.
Okay, Linda, do you know when he's doing the next one?
No, I was just looking as somebody asked.
Okay, outstanding. So Nancy, if you can type it to me, or you can Facebook message me the question or whatever, I'll personally answer it for you. But I want to thank everyone for coming today. Again, it's Plan, Do, Review. I hope you know what I want you to do right now is come up with the plan. This is what I'm going to do this week at the top of the paper. This is what I'm going to do this week. Make out a list of things. Okay, then execute. Do those things that you say you're going to do. I'm going to add 2 people to my list. I'm going to share these many recordings or these many presentations or whatever it is you're going to share. I'm going to follow up. I'm going to do all this. Whatever it's you're going to do, come up with a business plan for this week and then do it. And then let's come back on next Monday and let us know what you planned on doing, what you actually did, and then what went good, what didn't go so good, and what can we do to fix it. And the thing goes around and around and around. And eventually you invent the light bulb and you become a multimillionaire. That's how this works. Okay.
Yep. There's nothing
Stay positive, keep it up.
Dr. Wallach right now. There's nothing scheduled. It just says coming soon. So there's nothing yet for this week.
Okay, perfect. Those are great events though. I love them and fantastic. Okay, thanks everybody. Stay positive, keep cranking. Make this week awesome.
Thank you, Paul. You're awesome. Thank you.
Bye, love you too. Bye everyone.
Love you.
Thanks, Paul. Bye everybody.
Bye.
We had a great month.